Cancer, Ali from Indigo Ascension. We're going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th reading. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've tuned in to each of the Cancer zodiacs, okay? So whether you are a sun, moon, or rising, I wanted to see what visions I sort of come up with, what energy I picked up on, whether I got that as audible messages or I got that as visions or sensations, but I like to pick up on a collective energy of what perhaps each of the zodiacs are feeling. All right, this impasse energy, this juggling, this, it could go here or there. Okay, so what I was seeing was in very many ways the Cancers I'm connecting into, there's like this observation energy in many ways. You're not quite there, you're out of something, you're heading towards something, so apply that however it resonates. It's like this observation, enjoying the sunset on one area of your life or in many areas of your life. And there's this strong sense of peace and calm in this observation stage. Like many Cancers may not feel rushed. You may be feeling like this sense of celebration energy when it comes to observing how far you have come in the last year or where you are in your journey. And I do feel in many ways a lot of like closing a chapter. I do want to say that a lot of the Cancers I was picking up on have come out of recent times where, like, I saw a shipwreck to the left, okay? So a shipwreck is a journey you were traveling, whether that's a relationship, a career path, or an experience, obviously washed up. It ended, that journey ended. And the vessel in which you were being carried by, perhaps, the constitution of that no longer exists. So whether Cancers were experiencing betrayal energy or endings because of betrayal, Cancers were experiencing redundancy. Take that metaphoric imagery however it resonates for you, okay? It doesn't apply to everyone, but I did see it there to the left, and it felt like I'm connecting into Cancers that are going to be getting this message, that have been through that already, is what I do want to say. But what I strongly sensed in a lot of the collective Cancers I was picking up on was, like I said, this strong sense of observational calm. You know that you're at this point in your journey. You don't feel rushed to be making decisions, to be making commitments necessarily. You're observing the now point. But what I also did see, like there's a mixture, like you are looking out at the ocean and you are sensing that something is coming for you. An opportunity, a new experience, a new connection, or this new life is calling to you, this new version of yourself. Make no mistake, Cancers, you guys have closed off an ecliptical cycle. So that solar eclipse in Cancer on the 21st of June, your new moon on the 20th, this 4-week period in between those two energies are very much going to be an observationary point for many Cancers, closing off an old version, waiting for the new that you can't quite see yet, but you can sense. Okay, so where you find yourselves on the journey between the 1st and the 15th of July is your opposing sign, Capricorn, which sits across the table from you. It represents your 7th house, your marriages, connection, whatever the case may be, how you tie yourself to anything, a belief, a pathway, a career, a relationship, what marriage means to you, what commitment means to you. And how anything that's ever opposed you has made you experience yourself in certain ways. This is what's ending, okay? This ending to your whole experience of all of that, you're reviewing, and you can sense the big ocean, which delivers a multitude of gifts, and we can never truly know. Like I'm seeing this ocean that has a mixture of calm water, and in the distance there is choppy water and ships that are on choppy water, and maybe those ships represent connections and people in your life that that are going through experiences you have been through before, and that story can end by that ship going onto calm, peaceful waters, or it can get shipwrecked too. Like I'm sensing this entire picture. Maybe you do find yourself in connections around you that you are just in observation mode. You're not necessarily willing to get involved, and you trust that people are on their journey for their own purposes and reasons. You're no longer playing the same old role, is what I want to say. The chapter is closing. There's this new thing on offer that the ocean is going to be delivering to you. But what I also see is, like, as the tide sort of goes back, you know how it does that when you're sitting on the beach? This treasure chest, like hidden in plain sight, just appears out of nowhere. It was there all along. It's got this energy of it being there all along. And people are even walking by and you're just going, how come people aren't seeing that? That could be a belief. That could be an energy you understand about the dynamics in your life or what happens within your family, but it's a treasure chest. It is something of value to your path, to your healing, to your whatever the case may be. There's something here that is hidden in plain sight that you become aware of. So instead of waiting for life, the ocean, to wash up an experience for you, it has been here all along, Cancer. This knowledge, this patterning, like I'm really talking cryptic now. This treasure chest is a treasure chest because it's valuable to you. It can be wisdom. It can be newfound wisdom that existed within you all along. It could be newfound wisdom about old beliefs that it was time to truly, really get to the understanding of why I do this, why I play that old role, why I've continually attracted experiences that ended up like a shipwreck. Or how I now see choppy waters and how a ship can consciously choose to travel into more peace with a bit more skill and dexterity or whatever the case may be, rather than succumbing to the control of the infinite emotions and emotional waves around me or in me. Maybe I'm connecting into many Cancers that are coming into a more proactive experience and relationship with their emotion rather than a reactory experience of their emotion where they're always responding to their environments and they're wanting to be the nurturer, and you're just observing and allowing everyone and everything to be. Because you too have been on a massive journey. Like, you know something's coming in. You're sensing this next level of yourself, this next level of life, these higher principles. Maybe many Cancers are getting downloads, okay? There's this marriage at play too, this, whatever the case may be, marriage, union, whatever is relevant for you, Cancer. There's this treasure chest right in front of you. Maybe a person is a treasure chest, not just a gem, okay? An experience, a career opportunity. There's something here that is hidden in plain sight that you can, you know, you're uncovering and seeing more and more as each day passes. A treasure chest, a solution. What else did I see for you, lovely Cancers? The sun was setting, but you were enjoying that. You knew that this old version of you were lovingly releasing, and it was like you were just observing your journey to date. And maybe you're observing the last 2 years of your ecliptical cycle. Maybe, like many of the zodiacs, you're going through this retrograde energy and really letting go of old timelines, okay? But there's a treasure chest. So let's see what Tarot wants to say for my lovely Cancerians. Ace of Cups. That's a bit of a treasure chest. Maybe you walk up to the chest and you discover a chalice full of love and peace. It's the beginning. It's a refresh of your emotional body. Like, and even this wisdom that comes with that vision I was seeing about you observing the entire emotion as a multi-dimensional experience. Like, there was choppy water, there were washed up shipwrecks, there was ships traveling through choppy water, there was peace and calm. Like, life is but a story. Our experience, our timeline, you know, our emotions are like that too, Cancer. But there was this treasure chest, this gift from the divine, hidden in plain sight. There's a new beginning here, a new love, okay? Let's see. A new love of life and your path and your experience after a time of conflict. This is external conflict, okay? Walking away from feeling conflicted about a new beginning or how I best want to navigate this. Maybe I had to consider other people, okay? Not that this is a consideration card, but there's conflict here that I'm wanting to walk away from, no longer engaging in the old role I have played. There's this refresh of your emotional body when you choose to successfully walk away and say no to conflict, okay? But it's about discernment. It's about hanging on to a sword, knowing that I'll use it if I need to, but I'm committed to peace, peaceful love, peaceful versions of love, rather than love that feels like this. And love can exist in all its forms within our lives. Hey, Cancer, look at you in the past meeting your highest version of self. The King of Cups shows up to remind us, you know, we can feel a certain level of emotional mastery thanks to the Queen of Cups. But when the King shows up, we are now acting on it. And we act through our conscious choices and decisions that we make. And saying no and walking away is a choice, just as is saying yes and accepting a cup of love that is offered to us. Or saying yes to an opportunity to offer our love, Cancer. Saying yes to a beginning. Saying no more to anything and anyone that makes me feel conflicted. When I'm empowered, when I'm emotionally empowered and standing within my power, I am the king of my kingdom. Maybe you're connecting in. You're wanting to rush forward. There's this rushing energy, this new reality after a time of healing. The Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy, and to me, even though it rules the swords, that it rules the realms of air, it also feels like the Chariot. After a time, perhaps, of journeying back, dealing with conflict from the past, how I have or haven't handled it, the wisdom I've gained from just observing that shipwreck and how that journey may have panned out, and what I would do next time. There's wisdom here in gaining that visionary choice to look back on my timeline at the times I felt conflicted by love. What did I need to heal and bring into balance within self so that I could experience harmony before I engaged in anything new, any new chapter, any new choice to begin again, love again, offer my heart again. Okay, that can exist in the relationship we have with self, Cancer. That can exist in the relationship we have long held with others, or it can exist in new relationships. There's wisdom here in going back, because he's facing back. He's really looking back at the past. Sophie, what are you doing, darling? My dog's just scratching. Scratching, digging, of just like you're really going back through the timeline, back through the past, really trying to uncover that treasure chest perhaps. And then all of a sudden it appeared to you, now that I'm, thank you, Soph. So, maybe your healing journey or your relationship with your emotional body, emotional mastery, how you had to heal things within yourself, about how best to be the best version of you, not this old version of you that continually nurtured everyone, that needed to ultimately learn how to nurture themselves, that continually mothered everyone and to the point that you were spent, and something had to balance here, Cancer. You don't have to womb everyone within your beautiful womb and nurture them until they're whole again. You know, the very act of pregnancy really depletes our energy. But we womb all sorts of people, not just our little infants. We womb people and their problems and their lack of responsibility for their choices in life and their lack of accountability. And this is now going to take me down a road where I'm talking about empaths and the shadow side of empaths. And, you know, true empowerment is being able to say no and to walk away from conflict rather than saying, yes, I'm going to fix it. We don't have to be the mother all the time, the fixer. There's a different way in which to experience our emotions and love connections with all others, not just our loved ones, but our friends and our family. And because you want to, Cancer. You want to be of service. You want to be the fixer, the mother. Like there is this innate desire within you to blend your sense of calm with another's troubles. So you know within yourself that you can tell them that they are loved. They're not alone. They're supported. You know, you rule the fourth house. You are the four walls that someone wants to call home. That is your role, to make people feel at home. But something had to be balanced here, okay? And maybe these wisdom lessons express themselves in your dynamics and relationships to family, friends, romantic partners of the past. Take it however it resonates. There was a healing here when it comes to the journey to your highest emotional expression of yourself. Like to say a Cancer is moody is perhaps really nowhere near the fundamental multidimensional truth of what a Cancer is. A Cancer can experience every shade and realm of emotion that our society teaches us to suppress our emotions, yeah? It teaches us to suppress our emotions, but a Cancer is not afraid to feel. But it's one thing altogether then to be able to safely explain that to others that feel conflicted when it comes to emotional experiences of life. No wonder you guys hide yourself in your crab shell. Okay, let me keep going. There was something here that many Cancers have come into after a time of observation and healing the timeline, you know, seeing the wisdom, the treasure chest that was right in front of you, perhaps has ignited this sense of, like, I feel like a sigh of relief, a sunset energy. I know that the new is coming, and I know that it's not quite here yet, but I'm ready, you know, to walk away from times of loss, to really integrate losses, financial or otherwise. You may be experiencing financial losses when it comes to feeling conflicted about new beginnings, Cancer. I do want to clarify that. Are you right, Sophie? There's something here that's being manifested thanks to the Magician. A new commitment, yes. Okay? But what's going to get you to that? Like I said, maybe many Cancers are at that point already where you really are in this safe observation mode, reviewing the losses of the past, the times that the ships did get shipwrecked, those dreams, those goals, those relationships didn't work out, those integrations. There's a long-term story here, you know, about commitment, about your conflict around commitment. Because when you tie yourself to someone, Cancer, you're in it truly, madly, deeply, like you feel what they feel. So if I'm going to commit to nurturing someone, you know, it's like wanting to extend my energy only to those and who matter the most. And like there's this selfishness I'm feeling that was almost necessary for many Cancers, sorry. But it had to change, my dear. Look at this. The divine 555 has shown up. There's a lot of change here, Cancer. Okay, you are coming out of an ecliptical cycle. 5 of Swords, 5 of Coins, 5 of Wands. 555 is the number of change, like that sunset energy, that sensing this impending something. This thing is something you have manifested, though. You know change is here, and I'm feeling like this is a good change in conjunction with my vision, in conjunction with this being a representation of what this thing is. It's something you have manifested. You have manifested this commitment. You have, after a time of really choosing to heal the timeline and walk towards the sun to meet the highest version of yourself and really understand the history of the journey to date, you've healed stuff here. Okay, I'm even going to say that with all these planets in Capricorn are going to be powerful manifestation months for you. Okay, and it is from the Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse you can really eclipse the challenges, the losses, the conflicts, the internal conflicts that ultimately were necessary to create change in your life, in your relationship with yourself, so that this could happen. This new love, this reinvigoration of love, your experience of love, you have manifested and drawn it in, my dear. One more card. 555. You might be seeing that on number plates. You might be seeing that in phone numbers or receipts. Like this, you fundamentally feel this shift and this change. And it is something you are holding on to. It is a beginning stage, okay? It is the 4 of Coins. It's something you are not letting go. Despite the conflict, despite the questions, just you found this treasure chest and you are not letting go. There's a beginning energy here, and it's a long story, a long-term commitment, story of commitment, a path you are committing to, a relationship you are committing to, a wisdom nugget you have gained after times of feeling conflict and inner conflict, perhaps about your beliefs around love, Cancer, or how you're willing to share yourself, because you know that you like to get entangled and become the mother and become the nurturer, or whatever the case may be. But you have gotten crystal clear on how that doesn't benefit anyone. Most importantly, the object of your desires and affection, wanting them to be the best version of themselves, is not teaching them that they can't do something for themselves, yeah? Allowing them to be their own mother, their own nurturer, their own carer is essential. We had to get crystal clear on something, Cancer, when the King of Swords shows up. Maybe Gemini season was integral for you into coming to a strong understanding of self and the thoughts that really have led the way in many ways, and how our thoughts can be rushed and hurried like the Knight of Swords, or they can be more disciplined like the King, so that we can really get crystal clear on what it is that we will not budge on, what it is that we're saving and moving and working towards. The Four of Coins is not the 7, and it's definitely not the 10, you know, but it is a start. There are Cancers that I'm connecting into that are committed to this beginning stage of a relationship, love, this next chapter of your life. Okay, after a time of really working with understanding the purpose of the past. Okay, when the past comes back to play in retrograde energy, we're reviewing it, we're assessing it, it's there and presenting for a reason, so that we can ultimately come to higher intuitive knowings and acceptances of the purpose of the dark and the light, Cancer. Okay, so that we can truly embrace new beginnings after letting old go. Oh, here you are. The King and Queen of Cups. This is internal alchemy of the divine masculine and feminine within you, Cancer. This showed up in your July reading. This is a divine union. You have come into union, into marriage, an understanding of the journey to date, of the role that you play in the creation of the story that happens on the ocean, within the ocean. And the gift, the treasure chest that was there all along is perhaps you. Okay, my dear. There you are again. Change is here. Work with the Jupiter energy. 2 of Cups, the beginning of a new relationship. I could just keep going. This is beautiful. Union, expansion, luck, moving forward, traveling forward, trusting the process of the phoenix rising, and you are that phoenix. You have allowed the old to go, so that you can embrace this new relationship that you have with your intuition, this new beginning, this new chapter where you are more empowered because of the darkness, because of the shadow experiences, because of the light that you are, where we are getting clear in our conscious awareness of why everything in the past had to happen exactly as it did, my lovely Cancer. I hope that helps. Let's pick an oracle card for you, my love. 555, the number of change. Change is here. Change is calling you. There's a treasure chest right. Let's take a shuffle. Which oracle card wants to come up for the 1st to the 15th for my lovely Cancers? What was that? Angel assistance. Beautiful. Let's take a look at that one, my Cancer. Angel assistance. The angels are here with you. It feels very angelic there on the beach. The vision I was connecting into, this higher knowing, this wisdom of the journey thus far, this strong sense of peace of the here and now. I'm not rushing towards the future. I'm not emotionally or anxiously connected to the past. I'm accepting and reviewing that everything happened and connecting into the now amplifies our opportunity to truly identify the gifts that exist right in front of us. The treasure chest that is right in front of us is us. You are divinely supported, Cancer. Maybe you are seeing angelic codes like 555. Okay, maybe you are seeing feathers, maybe you're seeing rainbows. All right, there's a beautiful patterning of your life story that has led you to a more ascended view, a higher view of the purpose of all. And that even though it felt dark, even though it felt challenging, you were supported, you were pushed and guided and directed your whole journey. And in knowing that, we know that we were never alone. And we never will be, that we are always supported. All right, my love, that is your reading for the 1st to the 15th of July. I hope that resonates. If so, please do like, share, and comment. Let your other empath friends know where to find the channel so they can subscribe as well. If you haven't already, your July reading is up on the channel. I also do unique to Instagram, the weekly quick read, which are uploaded on the weekends before the Monday commences. And that's a quick 5-minute video to give each of the zodiacs an overview of the potential energy that might be crossing their path for the week ahead. But that was your July 1st to the 15th reading, Cancer. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, take care and stay blessed.